And I got to tell you, this is going to be a terrific event tonight, and we're so happy that you're here to celebrate. We are celebrating the power of youth voice, making the case for youth media in our schools, in our communities, as well as in our world. As a young media professional myself, I'm very encouraged by the wonderful programs that are being offered, that are involved in this movement as they help to engage our city's young people in creative and important ways that will help train the next generation of both news consumers as well as news producers. To help us get started this evening, I'd like to introduce an individual who himself came from the professional media world and for the last 12 years has dedicated himself to our city's youth, their development in the media as media's makers, and more broadly as positive, hopeful, and engaged members of our community. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jeff McCarter.
Thank you, Stefan, and hello, everybody. Hey, Carmita. I'm so excited. I'm Jeff McCarter, and I'm the founder and executive director of Free Spirit Media. I'm also one of the founding co-chairs of the Chicago Youth Voices Network, and I'm the committee chair for tonight's event. Wow, it's a pleasure to be here. And I am just delighted with the turnout. And the theme of tonight's event is the power of youth voice. And I'm excited to set the stage for the powerful youth voices to come. I might not be so young anymore, but I'm young at heart because I'm surrounded by an inspiring universe of young journalists and media makers who, instead of exhausting me, make me optimistic about our future. And that is no small task, because I am an informed and critically thinking individual in today's complex society. Still, the youth I know, including many youth who are facing profound challenges, make me think that we might be entering an age of opportunity. Before I explain the purpose of tonight's program, I first want to give thanks to every single person in this room. Each of you are here for a reason. All of you have come out on this January night to support our youth and to contribute your energy to the youth media movement. To NBC5 for graciously hosting us and offering some of their top talent to help us make this case. And especially I want to give thanks to Deborah Brown, who's on our event committee, who we couldn't have done it without you. Everyone from NBC. To our presenting funders, the McCormick Foundation, the McCarter Foundation, Polk Brothers Foundation, and the Chicago Community Trust. This is not just an impressive list of some of our community's leading funders, but also some of the most significant and important supporters of our youth media organizations and the work we are all doing. And I'm so delighted to see such great representation from these foundations here tonight. It means so much. To our honorary co-chairs, Hermine Hartman, Bob Jordan, and Bill Curtis, who are all leaders in our community and in Chicago media, who also believe in the importance of this work and the potential of our youth. Thank you for being engaged in this effort. To our event committee, who have been a delight to work with and have contributed ideas, energy, and who want tonight to be just the first step towards their involvement and all of your involvement in this movement. And to my peers in the Chicago Youth Voices Network, which I want to tell you about now. Besides the young people who will be coming up soon, the Chicago Youth Voices Network is really the star of the show tonight. CYVN is a collection of some of the hardest working and most innovative organizations in the field of youth media in the country or the world. A dynamic field that harnesses the strategies of youth development, civic engagement, arts education, news and media literacy, and journalism training. Here we go. The member organizations of CYVN first sat down as part of a technical assistance consulting project offered by the McCormick Foundation when the foundation first rolled out their support of this sector in 2006. A huge thanks to Clark Bell, Mark Hallett, and Janet Lee Yao for really being champions. And while we're at it, we also had the pleasure of working with two just delightful and brilliant consultants, Marianne Philbin and Heather Parrish. So we first were focused on nonprofit management and development, but it soon became clear that the camaraderie, shared experience and values, and overlapping missions in the room were leading us to something greater. We wanted to collaborate. We just didn't know around what. That opportunity came in 2009 with the Chicago Community Trust's Community News Matters initiative, to which CYVN applied and received support for an ambitious project youth dubbed Nuff Said, in which teens from each of the member organizations used social media platforms to execute peer-to-peer polling and research of urgent social issues like education, the economy, healthcare, housing, the environment, crime and violence, and then produced a range of journalistic and creative media projects. Nuff Said was not just as successful as a groundbreaking use of social media for peer-to-peer polling, it also taught CYVN a lot about collaboration, and that prepared us to take on more. In 2010, we connected with the Chicago Instructional Technology Foundation, which is supporting another inventive collaborative project entitled At the Core, with which we are packaging some of our highest quality youth media products along with curricula designed to align with Common Core standards, which will be implemented by Illinois and many other states in 2013. This type of initiative represents CYVN's strategic vision to help chart new territory in the realm of education as well as the realm of community media. This type of initiative is really exciting. In 2012, we're also beginning an ambitious field-level evaluation project in partnership with the Social Impact Research Center to help us better understand our impact and outcomes, and in turn, demonstrate our effectiveness. In CYVN discussions, we often reference an informal mantra, to do together what we cannot do alone. Because to be clear, the member organizations in this network are each doing incredible work in their own right. For instance, MICVA Challenge is pioneering the emerging field of action civics and has advanced youth commissions that advise Mayor Emanuel and CPS CEO Jean-Claude Brizard. Street Level Youth Media just opened a state-of-the-art new multimedia center. Community TV Network, whose hardcover television program has been active for 25 years. Digital Youth Network, which helped to design and inspire the U-Media centers within the Chicago Public Library and represents a strategic aligning of forces between groups that have been working with with McCormick, and now are aligning with McCarter and Chicago Community Trust to really build our momentum. To Young Chicago Authors, which runs the nation's largest teen poetry slam, Louder Than a Bomb. And don't even get me started about Free Spirit Media. Everywhere you look in CYVN, real work is taking place. And this is why we are holding this event tonight. We want to raise our collective visibility and to inspire, which is why one of our wonderful committee members, Carrie Porter of Patch.com, produced this 90-second motion infographic that I would like to share with you all now.
Meet Jaden, a 16-year-old from Chicago. He likes reading, playing basketball, and daydreaming. As one of 75 million youth in America, he is the future of our country. But today, Jaden's future is uncertain. A new economy is evolving as Jaden tries to find his way in a school system where more than 42% of students drop out and even more fall behind. For Jaden and others like him, the future looks grim. But there is hope. Youth media programs connect with kids like Jaden, moving them from discouragement toward opportunity through the power of communication. Jaden learns about journalism, technology, and culture. He spends his time engaged at school, in youth centers, and at libraries. He discovers how to observe the world around him and share his own stories. He becomes one of more than 10,000 teens involved in the Chicago Youth Voices Network, a collection of innovative programs that come together with a bold vision to reach more people like Jaden, to transform education, and to shape the health of our city. Together, the network gives vision to the journalists, artists, engineers, and leaders of our future. One story, poem, film, blog post, one youth at a time.
So thank you to Carrie and her team for their outstanding work on that piece. We've just posted it to YouTube, and we'll email each of you a link tomorrow. Please share it with your networks. The message there was to get ready to listen, and that is what the rest of tonight is about, really listening to our youth, a cross-section of real youth from our city, as a first step to engaging further with what youth media and the members of CYVN can offer. Tonight is not a fundraiser, but we are asking for you to open your doors. If you are a journalist or media distributor, use your resources to amplify the media produced by our youth. If you are in education, know that we are hungry to reach more kids in both formal and informal spaces. If you are a philanthropist, please maintain and increase your support for CYVN member organizations and explore with us what a deeper investment in our field might look like. We are motivated to play a major role in our city and our world. Now it's time for some youth media. The following video reel features a compilation of notable work from Open Youth Networks, Beyond Media Education with MICVA Challenge, Free Spirit Media, Columbia Links, and Street Level Youth Media. It is 6 minutes, and from there, we'll get into our live performance and panel discussion. Thank you all so much.